John.
What's up? Good.
Can you start by where you feel you are offensively going into these final 4 games? And I think Mike talked a little bit yesterday coming out of the game about the controlled passing game and improving there. Just where you are specifically on that and just overall offense?
Yeah, I'd say obviously our season, like any NFL season, has its highs and lows, and started off hot, played really good football, and have had kind of an up and down path here the last few weeks, and so I think it's an awesome opportunity for us to find that smooth spot and then play our best football down the stretch, and I think we got a great opportunity to do that. We just got to kind of get back to working through this thing each and every week, and I think we feel good that we'll find our way.
You didn't expect a dip like this, though, did you, Kellen, these last 3 or 4 games?
Yeah, certainly I think a little bit too much of a dip probably, but I think we got a great opportunity ahead of ourselves. I think we can find our way, feel good about the guys in the room, and feel like we'll figure it out.
Is Dak healthy? Can you call the entire offense since he's been back to the camping?
Yeah, Dak's healthy.
How do you explain, I guess, the dips and his play and accuracy and not seeing the linebacker, different things?
I think it's just we just got to get back to being more consistent. I think that's the biggest thing. There's a flow to offense, and I think we just got to find our flow and find our rhythm there. I feel like we, each and every week we take a few little pieces that we can grow on, and I think we'll find our way here.
Because you've been mixing and matching personnel, whether it's on the line or receivers, that kind of messed up your flow in terms of the play call and everything?
Certainly the personnel aspect of it has been, we've been moving a lot this year, certainly on the offensive line as well as even the perimeter, just everyone kind of dealing with injuries and whatnot. And so, I think a lot of that sometimes just goes back to simply being around, practicing together, getting those reps throughout the week. And so when things look good on Thursdays, they look good on Sundays, and we just got to continue to get back to that aspect of it.
You've talked a lot, especially early in the season, about the importance of a clean snap exchange. I believe that there are a few times the ball's on the ground, especially early in the game yesterday. Was that a matter of timing, or how do you explain that, and how do you fix it?
I think we had 2. Tyler stepped on Dak one time, and then the other time we really the defensive tackle actually touched the ball as Tyler was snapping it, so we were getting a free play out of it. The ball kind of fumbled out, so it kind of looked a little goofy to everyone, and my first reaction was, Tyler, what the heck? But you watch it, the guy actually was like slapping the ball as he was snapping it, and so it kind of fumbled back. But I feel like those guys are working well together. They'll continue to work well.
You and plenty of other people have talked about how Dak is the same guy day after day. When he's going through a stretch like this, is there any added sense of frustration or urgency?
I think naturally all of us, get a little frustrated at times. Everyone wants to perform really well and have a ton of success. You go through things like this, but I think the biggest thing is guys keep coming in with the right approach to kind of clean slate, get back into this thing, keep working, getting better, and I feel like our group's a really, really good group that, if you're going to go through a little bit of a bump, you want to go with these type of guys.
You mentioned bump and dip. Do you believe a quarterback can have a slump, and in your career at any level, were you ever in one? What did you do to get out of it?
Slump, I don't know. I don't know quite the description of slumps. So I think sometimes you have better games than others. I think Dak's still doing a great job. We got to play better as a whole group on offense. I got to call it better first and foremost. And so I feel like we got a great opportunity ahead of ourselves.
Does it feel like the challenges he is having are more mental, physical, or a mix?
I think everything's a little bit of a mix for everyone. I think we got certainly some things schematically I feel like I can improve on. I think there's some execution stuff we can all work on, and so we're just working through it.
How did Zeke look yesterday? I know you kept it out for an extended period, but how did he look overall?
Yeah, he looked better. I thought he ran hard. I thought our run game had some clean stuff in there. I thought we took a nice step in the run game. I know it's 4 and 5 yard, 6 yard gains. It's not the fancy stuff that makes highlights, but I think there was a bunch of really clean runs against a team that's been a very predominantly run stopping defense. And so, I like the step that we took in regards to the run game.
Your former teammate Dan Orlovsky wonders why you're not pulling guys more in the run game. You did it 4 times yesterday for 26 yards, and he wondered why you didn't come back to that a little bit more.
No, I think it's fair to say. I think we always like opportunities to get our guys out in space and continue to look at it.
Is that a staple part of your run game, or is that just something that you guys don't believe is a?
I think for most teams, it's usually more of a secondary thing, but obviously there's certain games where it may present itself more. We had a couple, we had CD had 2 of them kind of in situational calls, and so those were nice ones. CD did a great job with those. Zeke did a great job blocking. It was kind of a little bit of a flavor for the week, and I thought it was a nice little add.
How does he help you complement what you want to do in the run game and kind of getting it out on the edge and exploiting some
CD?
matchups in space?
Yeah. CD obviously just getting him touches, getting him the ball out in space. I think those are the 2 things: getting him the ball, give him space, let him work. It's like similar to a screen where you just try and get him the ball and let him make a play. He's done a tremendous job when he gets the ball out there, and so I thought it was a nice little add for us.
The second one, he took a pretty good shot there by the sidelines. Is that make you realize, okay, there are running backs and there are receivers for a reason that you don't want to?
Certainly, we're not going to make a living with him back there as a true running back. We got other guys to take care of those things, but felt like with the circumstances of this game, with Tony not being available and whatnot, felt like it gave us an opportunity just to give ourselves a little bit of a different guy back there just as a change up, and felt like it was a good little wrinkle.
How much does that change what you call without Tony? Because the things that he does that the other backs don't have in their arsenal, and so you call plays that are specific for him.
I think there's certain things in the game plans or things that just Tony's ran for the most part this year. Obviously, a lot of times you fall back on stuff because you only get so many reps during the season, especially in December, and so certain things that Tony has repped throughout the year that maybe as we go, if you can try and get a wrinkle, get someone else involved in it, we can get back to those things. But obviously Tony's been a big part of this.
How did things change for you not having Tyron?
Yeah, we had this a few weeks ago, and so obviously something we'll have to be aware of. Obviously, certain matchups present different challenges for different guys, and so we'll have to see what the matchups are certainly this week and then the coming weeks for whoever's at left tackle. And so if Tyron's back, awesome. Whenever he's ready, let's rock and roll. And whoever goes over there, Terrence, Ty, those guys, I think they've done a nice job when they've been presented that opportunity.
What is the decision you have to make between those 2 guys, and Terrence and Seki, for this week?
Yeah, just make a decision early in this process. Something we'll probably do early tomorrow, make a decision, and we'll go. But both guys when given the opportunity, have done a nice job.
When the offense isn't going as well as you'd like, how is Mike involved with all this? I know he's normally in your guys' offensive meetings and that, but just because he's an offensive background, how has he been able to maybe help you guys in this?
Yeah, Mike's part of the process throughout the week, just like the entire offensive staff, and so I don't think anything drastically changes. He's obviously a big part of us helping the process of game planning and on game day, adjusting throughout the game.
There's going to be, at the start of the game, a lot of, I'd say, simpler, quicker, easier decisions for Dak as part of the game plan. Is that fair? That was kind of scripted to start the game to get him in a rhythm?
Yeah, I think anytime rhythm is obviously a key. Trying to get our offense in a rhythm and flow, and get some nice clean rush attempts, get some completions, all that good stuff. We ended with 3 points, kind of got stuck down at the red zone, which can drives me crazy when we get stuck down there a little bit. But I think there's some nice flow in that. We hadn't started off the last few weeks great in the opening drive, and so it was something we wanted to do. So, I can drive myself crazy all day here, overthinking these games and whatnot. But felt like we started the game with a nice little drive, got 3 instead of 7, but got 3. Ended the half with a nice drive. Ultimately got 3 instead of 7, so you ultimately wanted a little bit more points out both of those. But felt like we took some strides in those 2 areas.
It was kind of a strange game for you guys in the red zone, where I think technically you guys got down there 6 times, but you didn't have any goal-to-go situations.
Yeah.
What did you make of just that aspect of the game?
Yeah, it really became a game about the 20 to the 11-yard line, really, before we got into those 10, like you were saying. And so that became the area. We didn't do a good enough job on first down, got ourselves to second and long, and ultimately didn't convert on third down. And so it's a frustrating one because we feel good once we get inside the 10. We've handled those really, really well throughout the year, but we got to find a way to get past that high red zone area, get down into the low red zone, and had plenty of good conversations about some things we can approach differently and feel good about where we're going.
You guys have been much more efficient in the red zone at home than you have been on the red zone on the road. And you don't get too caught up in the road home splits, but I
No,
don't-
that'd be interesting.
But
I would assume that's what the numbers are saying.
Make anything of that?
That's a great question. I'm thinking through the process. That'd be a great one to dig on. I like that one. Help me out. Let me tell me what the answers are to that one.
You said you could drive yourself crazy with some of these things. How do you keep yourself from doing that, and what does today look like when you got the win, but your offense wasn't as rhythmic as you wanted it?
Yeah. I'd say obviously you gotta enjoy that you won a game in the NFL first and foremost. We did enough to win the game. Second of all, I think we just gotta get back to the routine and the process of it. Get to a normal routine. Players, we had a little bit extra time just to watch the film today, and so I felt like kind of maybe reevaluate a little bit more right where we're at. I think we got a great opportunity here as we hop in this New York game to kind of launch into these last 4.
What was the play call on the touchdown, and what did you like about the execution?
Amari's. Yeah, did a great job. Play that we've carried really all year, and finally got to that situation there, third down in that window. And Amari did a great job. The biggest thing was he just ran really fast, made them make a decision. Safety played over the top. He was able to beat the middle linebacker. If they covered him, Schultz was going to become probably the next throw. And so felt really good about those guys just executing a play that we feel really comfortable with. We ran a million times since August, and guys did a nice job.
There was a 12-play stretch in the New Orleans game during the fourth quarter where the production was very lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
I think the stretch was a bit longer yesterday. In the fourth quarter, finishing, how as a unit can you guys improve in that specific area?
Yeah, we got to do a better job of just sustaining ourselves throughout the second half. And sometimes, we don't have the ball as much or whatnot, but it's simply just converting on third downs. We got to get to the third and manageable. Do really good on first and second down. Sometimes you're in a situation where you want to run the ball and there's a clock aspect to it. But we got to play better on first and second down, get ourselves to third and shorts, and convert those things and extend those drives because there's an element of that you're wanting long drives at that point of the game.
Why has there been such a drop in Schultz's production?
It's a great question. I think we got opportunities. I think he's done a really nice job in the red zone. He shows up in the red zone when we do get in those situations. Dalton's done a nice job. He's grinding it out in the run game. And I think he's a guy that obviously as this season progresses, I feel really good about where he's going.
Is it hard to compare where you're not going to have time, but there's some questions about Lyle Collins too because of what happened in that ballgame. How do you kind of get through that?
We'll just see, let the process play itself out, and obviously, hopefully LC is with us this week, and we're going, and status quo from that perspective, and if we have to adjust, we'll adjust.
When you guys were really going as a running offense earlier in the year, obviously your backs were healthier, but you also were leaning a lot on your tight ends out of 12 personnel. With Jarwin's injury, with Sean McEwen's injury. How has that dynamic of your offense changed?
Yeah, I'd say obviously we've dealt with some injuries there. Sprinkle's done a nice job hopping in there and being able to help a part of that 12 personnel package. I think we tried to go with a little bit of an extra offensive lineman this game just to give ourselves a little bit more weight over there and help those tight ends because those are tough blocks week in and week out on those defensive ends. And so we'll continue to look at different ways we can still attack in that 12 personnel package because obviously it's a package we like. We feel very comfortable with it as far as the run game and kind of getting north and south on some people and doing a good job there. And so, I felt like this game, again, it wasn't the 10, 12, 14 yarders that you love to see, but I thought there was a bunch of nice 4, 5, 6s that, you view that as an efficient run when you get to 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, 2nd and 4, you view those as efficient. So hopefully we took a nice little step there.
And in times when Dak feels like he's struggling, are you ever able to put on kind of your old quarterback hat and talk to him that way and sort of have a conversation on that level? Or?
I think we're always talking through the game, having conversations where we're at within the game, and I think that's just one of those games we just got to find our rhythm. When you lose it a little bit, which inevitably almost every game you're going to lose a rhythm, you're going to have a 3 and out, you're going to have something that kind of derails you a little bit. We just got to reset ourselves and find our spot, and that's part of the challenge.
The time on the pick six. There's been criticized. Why even call that in that situation? It doesn't seem like it's a safe play, and if nothing's there, Dak just run. How do you?
Yeah, we felt good. We've been starting to run the ball. Felt like a play action there, get a first down, and then you can get 3 more downs, even if you bleed it out a little bit more. Felt like it was a nice opportunity. We've been running a little bit. They've been kind of collapsing the backside and lost vision of the linebacker, and the guy made a tremendous play and made it. So.
Generally speaking, how do you feel the spacing has been from a receiver corps in terms of just guys understanding where they are relative to their teammates to make Dak's job easier?
I just say anytime we can have time on task, spend time together, the cleaner all that stuff will be. And I think that's the biggest thing, consistency, get our guys together, spend time together, whether it's practice, walkthroughs, meetings. Let's work through some of those things and give ourselves the best opportunity.
I think it was CeeDee's first running back snap of the game. He went out wide on the right side, and Dak was looking that direction, and it looked at a bit of a 2-on-1, and then the linebacker was underneath in zone coverage, and Dak ended up scrambling to the left. Mm-hmm. What did you make of the options there on the right side of the field? Was there enough spacing there for Dak?
Yeah, we just need one, we need a different route by one spot, and then give ourselves a better opportunity just to create a high-low on the corner. Yep.
All right, thanks, Kellen.
All right, thanks.